I'll give you a quick rundown on our Education and Research Committee. At the moment, and our purpose is fairly consistent, we're looking to see what are the requirements of industry for people coming out of academic institutions, and most importantly, what are the needs of people already in the profession or in the industry in terms of upgrading or familiarizing or becoming more adept and experts in BIM. But most importantly, the difficulty or the key element is identifying what exactly is the need that industry has when it comes to the education component of BIM, both in academic and professional industry environments. That is the task at hand right now. Our current members include myself, Mike Samilski from Dowco, and Al, president of Griffiths and Associates, H. Griffiths, sorry. But of course, quite clearly, we would like to have other members, and I think there are a couple of other here today that will form part of our committee, so we're trying to expand it as much as possible and make it a broad covering committee that covers everything from the east to the west coast and as far north as we can get. So that's our plan at the moment. Hopefully that will materialize very quickly. Our progress report thus far, since I've been on board as chair, we continually look to introduce BIM research and teaching interests of our members, partnerships within institutions, but if there are industry partners that are looking to do any research or projects that academia could help with, we're obviously searching that out both for them and for our own learning experience to better evolve the committee. We've been doing a survey, environmental survey of BIM-related courses across Canada. I've been in touch with quite a few institutions across the country, and we have everything from single Revit courses to a few Revit courses. So we're trying to see exactly what is out there environmentally and how we can begin to tie this all together. And of course, assessment of single course and learning outcomes and objectives. So with all these wide-ranging courses that are offered, assessments need to be aligned so that we all know what we're getting from an educational component in BIM. And this is going to lead into some of our statement of goals for the upcoming year. Principally, we want to facilitate and foster a closer relationship between the institutions and industry through, obviously, learning opportunities. Not to toot our own horn, but we just came from a presentation at George Brown where we opened a BIM lab, and it's opportunities like that, not just at George Brown, but hopefully across the country, where we can provide learning opportunities where industry, we as a group, as an organization, could come in and do research and educational components within these institutions. We want to assess systematically the benchmarking of single course and program learning outcomes, hopefully leading to a tiered CanBIM accreditation for both higher education and continuing education. What does this mean? We want a CanBIM accreditation. It's a big task. We want to establish it. We want to establish tiers, and where we begin to really identify for our members and for industry what these students, industry professionals that are taking Con Ed or new programs, what do we recognize them as being capable of doing once they have taken that course? And it goes across the board. And that way, if you're looking to hire somebody and you see a CanBIM Level 1 accreditation, you will know, according to CanBIM Educational, this is what they've been able to do. It might be based on the LODs, but we're going to establish those outcome and assessment levels. Clear, standardized accreditation, so it'll be very definitive from a CanBIM's point of view what you should be getting from that CanBIM accredited student, graduate, industry professional. And of course, the continual survey of current BIM courses in Canadian universities and technical college. It's evolving every day, continuously. You follow the blogs, you follow some of the websites, it's constantly evolving, so we're going to try to stay on top of that and make sure the courses stay current. Higher education, systemically introducing BIM in undergraduate and graduate curriculum, the benchmark or point of reference for higher education to ensure that skills that are being taught in courses and programs across the country are relevant to your realities as an industry. You know, the pulse of what's happening in the industry, we need to ensure that that CanBIM accreditation is indicative of that, is reflective of that. So it will be relevant. It's, in order for it to be relevant, we need to stay in touch with you to make sure that the academia is producing what you need. And obviously continue to identify the challenges in integrating BIM into education. It starts from, what is that phrase? Teach the learner, who then teaches, no, teach the teacher, who then teaches the learner. So it's got to be a full integration from top to bottom. Our activities for 2014, we're going to continue to discuss the introducing BIM into the curricula, explore new methods of using BIM for supporting integrated lifecycle management and sustainability. Challenges, again, this comes up, the strong challenges for institutions, teaching institutions, academia, to incorporate BIM, adopt BIM, and not just a course or two, but everything, the process, the depth, the meat and potatoes of what this is all about and what you need. And obviously begin to define clear objectives towards hopefully what will be a tiered accreditation, CanBIM accreditation, that you all can realize is a stamp of security and trust and knowledge when you receive it from a potential employee. And I think that's it. Thank you.